What's up guys, Ivan Carranza here, and today we're taking a look at my Dingwall Custom Super J. Before we continue, and for full transparency, let me tell you that Dingwall is not paying me to make this video. They did not ask me to make this video, but I am a Dingwall artist and I got this bass at a discounted price. So keep that in mind. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Dingwall, something that you probably notice is that the frets and the bridge are crooked. This is because the bass and all the Dingwall basses feature what's called the multi-scale design, or in their case, the fan fret system. And what that is that each string has a different scale length. In this particular model, the Super J and also on the Super P, which I also own, the scale length starts at 32 inches for the G string, and then it goes up to 34.25 for the E string. That's slightly longer than a traditional Fender Peep, for example. And if you go up to a 5-string bass, then the B is 35 inches long, and then you get the benefit of getting more tension on the lower strings and also more warmth out of the higher strings. And to accommodate those different scale lengths, you have to adjust the frets at an angle. My Super J arrived in May 2024 after about 1.5 years of build time. And the very first day it arrived, I took it to a gig and actually did a video about the unboxing, and it arrived literally just in time before I was leaving. So you can check that out as well. I'm gonna put it in the description below. But my bass has some really interesting features that I want to share with you guys. For example, the first one is that I believe it's the very first Super J that has a dual density body. What that is that the bass is split in half. The bass side of the bass, where the E and A strings are, has northern ash, or is made of northern ash, and the treble portion of the bass is made out of swamp ash. The philosophy behind that is that the bass part has a denser wood, which is the northern ash. It's heavier, it's denser, to give the bass strings more snap. And the treble part of the bass, where the G and D strings are, has a softer, more open, let's say, core of the wood, which is swamp ash, and that gives the treble strings more warmth. This feature is or was offered only in the higher end models, the Z and the Prima Artist, but as of now Dingwall is offering it in other instruments as well, and I believe my Super J was the very first Super J with that feature. Then we have the neck of the bass, and this is made out of roasted ash. So the body is ash, the neck is also ash, but it has a Wenge fingerboard with perlite block inlays. Now, roasted ash is Sheldon Dingwall's currently favorite wood for making necks, and I went with his suggestion and picked this one because I was originally speccing mine with a Wenge neck, but he was really excited about roasted ash because according to him it has similar qualities to Wenge, but it's lighter and it's easier to source high quality wood compared to Wenge, which is kind of hard to get and also is much more difficult to work with. So that's why I opted out for the roasted ash, and the grain looks amazing. And you can feel also some of the grain with your thumb where you're moving around, but it is still pretty smooth. Another feature that I really like, and it has saved me several times on stage, are the side dot luminays across the neck. These light up in green, and they're super useful when you're in a blackout, from song to song, or in the beginning of a set when there's no light and then you start. To be able to find your way across the fretboard with this is super helpful. For the electronics, we have 3 Dingwall FD-B pickups. These are the stock pickups, but you can order different ones as well. You can get the FD3Ns, you can get super fatty 2s, and you can also get a P-tone in the neck if you want to get closer to a P-bass kind of sound. But I just wanted to go, stock at first and then experiment if needed. For the controls, I opted for a passive setup because they are much more reliable when touring, and when you're on the road, you don't have to worry about damaged pods or dead batteries or, stuff like that, damaged switches and all the things that you can order with the bass. And with Dingwall, they offer a lot of options like the Glockenklang preamp, Douglas preamp, now recently a Neve preamp as well, and you can order series parallel switches for all the pickups. But being on tour, it's just a bit too many factors that can go wrong, so I prefer a passive setup, but it is still super versatile because of the quad tone pickup selector. If I go to the very first position, which is towards the bridge, I have the bridge pickup only. Then I have the bridge and middle in series, so it's kind of like a Music Man setting, but a bit fuller, more low mids. One more click takes me to the jazz setting, so bridge and neck. And then lastly, just the neck. And the other controls are master volume and the tone control. So with that, I get a lot of variety tonally or tonal wise without having to rely on an internal preamp that comes with potential issues while touring. I've recorded several sound clips showing the different pickup combinations and also how the tone control affects each one of them. So let's check that out, and then we'll talk about more about this bass. As you could hear, there's a lot of tones within this bass, even without a preamp, and I really like how everything sits in the mix as well. One thing that you probably notice, and this is something to keep in mind if you want to order one of these, is that even though this looks like a jazz bass, it does not really sound like a vintage traditional J. It's more like Dingwall's spin on a jazz bass, so it sounds more like a modern bass than a traditional bass. I believe mainly due to the pickups, because these are not single coils, these are humbuckers. Technically inside is a reverse P-bass pickup, and that definitely affects the tone. However, if you want to get closer to that vintage J kind of sound, you can ask Dingwall to sell you empty pickup shells, and then you can take that to your favorite custom pickup maker. For example, Nordstrand, I know, has made several of these, and my friend JB got a set of Nordstrands for his Super J, and he's super happy with it, and it definitely sounds like a vintage J now. So it's still got all the benefits of the fan frets and so on, but with a more traditional tone. I've taken the bass on tour since the day it arrived, like I mentioned, and it's performed incredibly well in different kinds of weather. I've been to Italy in super hot weather, it's been here in Germany in several concerts, and it's performed really, really well. And to be honest, I don't know what to criticize other than, like I said earlier, that it does not really sound like a J, which I was not expecting it to. And there's a solution to that. You know, you can get different pickups for it. But that's probably it. Maybe at some point down the line, I might get a P-tone pickup for the neck position, because I feel that my Super P has a bit more grunt to the tone. But I'm still debating the idea, because I don't know if I want to keep the two basses completely separate tonally or have, you know, very similar tones available. But other than that, you might need to get used to the fan fret system a little bit. But to be honest, if you don't look, it's completely fine, especially on this neck, because it's very slim, very comfortable. And even though this is a 4-string, you still benefit from the fan fret system, because this is very even string tension and tone as well, which I really, really like. You do get more benefits once you add the 5th string, for example, which is 35 inches long, like I said, but still, it's a really, really comfortable bass to play. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.